Hello everybody, this is Val Lemoyne, CEO of the Real Estate Made Easy Group, powered by Keller Williams. Today we're going to talk about whether or not we're in a recession, and if we are in a recession, how is that going to impact the real estate market? So first, let's define what a recession is. A recession is 3 negative quarters for the GDP. GDP stands for Gross Domestic Product, which is basically the sum of the American government and all the businesses that drive the economy. And if that sum is more the next quarter than the previous quarter, then it's an expansion of the economy, as opposed to a retraction if it's negative compared to before. So on quarter one of this year, we were at negative 0.2%, which is basically even, but it's still a negative quarter as far as the tracking of the recession goes. Then we were down 0.8% on quarter two. And so now we've got 2 negative quarters back to back. And so Q3, which we are in now, if that's negative, then we're going to be technically in a recession. And with the Fed reducing the interest rate, increasing the interest rates that we're seeing, more than likely the third quarter is also going to be negative, which means that we're going to be in a recession. Although we don't know yet, right? Because we're going to be finding that out in September and October, but odds are strong that we are in a recession. So what does that mean to the real estate market? Compared to 2008, it's going to be two completely different realms, okay? In 2008, the financial sector is what triggered the recession. And because that was closely tied to the real estate market, it had a really big impact on the real estate market. Right now, people have just gotten out of the two best real estate years in the history of mankind, to 2020 and 2021. On average, those 2 years, if you had a house, it appreciated 17% each year, for a total of 34% between 20 and 21. So say that the bottom falls out, okay, like 2008. At least you've got massive amounts of appreciation in the form of equity in your house. So that gives you options. There's not going to be any fire sales. And if they are, you're still walking away with money in your pocket from the closing table. As opposed to 10 years ago, it was not abnormal for a seller to have to cut a check at closing to finish paying off the balance of their mortgage because they were selling their house at such a low price. That is not going to happen right now, guys. Not at all. If we do find ourselves in a recession, it's going to be mild, okay, right? And I don't even think that we're going to see any type of retraction on the real estate market itself in the form of price reduction. Inflation is here, and it's not just taking place with milk, cars, gas. Of course, houses are experiencing inflation as well. And so we're looking at 10% for this year. So any type of retraction that we're going to see is going to be absorbed by the inflation. So let's just say that the real estate market was going to correct 4%, meaning all the houses were going to go down 4% in value. Well, because everything is going up 10%, that means that the real estate market is going up 6% instead of 4%. And that's the retraction that it's experiencing from the potential recession that we're in. Another thing that really helps to alleviate any concern on the recession having a really big negative impact is that the job market is super, super strong. People are changing jobs left and right now to give themselves raises. Salaries are increasing at a pace that we have never seen before. Unemployment is super, super low. So all of these are are things that make me feel good. Even though the economy as a whole is a little stagnant, it has a little bit of compression, and when we're feeling it on the downside, I don't think that there's any cause for major concern. So even if we're in a recession right now, the real estate market is super healthy, the job market is super healthy, people have a lot of equity built up in their houses, which is also super healthy. It gives them tons and tons of options. So I don't see any doom and gloom in the near future. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is Val Lamore, signing off. 808 Verb.